Who rescued them? What saved her life? Who got them to the race on time? What makes this business grow? And this one. And this one. Local airports.
We fly around 80, approximately 80 people a week in and out of the airport.
You come through and you can be on your plane in 5 minutes, and the plane can be ready for you, and you can be at the end of the runway and ready to go in 10 minutes.
An airplane based here really doesn't cost our county infrastructure with regard to schools or sewer systems or police functions, but they contribute directly in tax dollars to the community.
It's just created a lot of convenience for our company and a lot of other companies that's moved in here.
I thought it would be a great thing for the county. I never imagined this potential. It's tremendous.
Thanks to local airports, North Carolina communities soar. North Carolina's commitment to aviation began at Kitty Hawk more than 100 years ago. What the Wright brothers achieved in 1903 inspired Tom Davis in 1948 to launch Winston-Salem's Piedmont Airlines, one of the nation's leading commercial carriers, and led to a bustling flight industry in the state. Today, our largest airport, Charlotte Douglas International, is a thriving hub of almost 600 flights daily, moving more than 28 million people to destinations around the world and supporting over 37,000 jobs. North Carolina, first in flight and the home of modern aviation. But for most people, the word airport means commercial flights. And that business is alive and well in North Carolina, with 11 busy commercial airports across the state, delivering millions of travelers to vacation and business destinations around the world. But aviation is more than just scheduled passenger jetliners providing service to commercial airports. Across North Carolina, there are 63 publicly owned general aviation, or GA, airports providing important access and services to their communities. Both commercial service and GA airports serve a public purpose. Airplanes keep businesses and communities on the go. A recent study found that airports have an economic impact of over $11.8 billion annually and support over 88,000 jobs in North Carolina. That's what North Carolina airports are all about. Local airports mean strong communities. Airports are in the business of making North Carolina a better place to live and work.
Now, when we speak of airports in North Carolina, we do have a world-class network. But I think an item to keep in mind is that you can build 50 miles of road and you just go to the next county. But if you build 1 mile of runway, you have access to the entire world. You can go anywhere, anytime. And that's what the citizens of North Carolina are doing. They're moving.
If people are the wings that lift up a community, general aviation, GA airports, are the wind that support them. These local airports keep North Carolina in the air for medical care, disaster relief, tourism, entertainment, agriculture, business, flight trading, crime and firefighting, mosquito control, search and rescue, and law enforcement. Vital services communities need. Whether it's a one-seat crop duster or a flight crew bringing 15 business executives to a meeting, general aviation airports keep North Carolina on the move. And because they're local, a community resource, services can be delivered faster, easier, better. In North Carolina, there are 74 publicly owned airports. No matter where you are in the state, you're only minutes from a local airport and a world of opportunity.
General aviation airports serve communities in ways that larger airports really cannot. They're more integrated into the community, more customized to the needs of the community.
We have created over 150 jobs just in the last 2 years with the increase in the businesses at the airport. But also, when people come into town, they use our services in town. It's increased the tax base. We've been able to provide other services.
There's a lot of states you can go to where you hardly see any activity, and this airport's relatively busy between skydiving and my little operation and jets coming in and out and people going to the beach. It's a good place to be.
The life flight, it's hard again to put a measurement on what that does for people's lives, but those helicopters, just by their sheer name, life flight, mean a whole lot to people here as far as emergency medical treatment and getting people to the hospital fast.
Local airports are essential to day-to-day life in our state. They're convenient, professional, reliable, and safe. Customized to fit their community's needs, they deliver air travel on demand when communities need it, how they need it. They're easy to use, often with fewer delays and less hassle. They save lives with medical, rescue, and emergency response support. They're innovative. Because of our proud tradition in aviation, North Carolina is at the forefront in developing air traffic control systems and airport infrastructure support. General aviation airports have real bottom-line impact on real people and real communities. One corporate jet can deliver the same property tax value to the community as 100 houses. And with the business opportunities GA airports attract, communities get the houses too. Because of the jobs and opportunity these local airports provide, it's a win-win for everybody. These airports strengthen their communities, bringing with them not only economic growth in the form of new and relocating businesses, jobs, and tourism, but also support of vital community infrastructure such as medical and emergency response, crime, and firefighting assistance. However, funding, preservation, and future development are vital. It works both ways. The most successful GA airports have strong community support, and the most successful communities work with their local airports. Smart cooperative planning is essential to allow for airport growth, to keep communities thriving, and great places to live and do business. Local airports are good business for North Carolina, and good business means better services and better quality of life.
We're very fortunate to have the North Carolina Division of Aviation and their leadership in working with all local airports in our state to continuously search for the funding, the resources, all the mechanisms to put in place to increase what we can do in North Carolina aviation.
Time is money in our business, and again, it all comes down to access, and the general aviation airports give you that access quicker than your larger airports, just simply from the ease of going in and out of them.
It's a great asset for recruiting business, it's a great asset for servicing existing businesses, and it's just a critical piece of infrastructure that if you're going to be a successful community and a competitive community, you have to have a good local airport.
Every day, in every way, local airports are making a difference. To him, to her, to them, to all of us.
If a county or an area in this day and age doesn't have an airport that's a minimum of 5,000 feet, that's going to be like the town that didn't get the railroad station. It's also like the town that 95 bypassed. I mean, aviation in its future and its economics is just essential to every community.
Thanks to local airports, our communities soar.